Today we are going to be focusing on the neck and the shoulders. And I know that when life gets in the way and you're on a computer and you're stressed and you're driving and you're angry and you're cold, this just seizes up, gives you headaches. It's just horrible when you're suffering with neck and shoulder pain. Today that's what we're going to be focusing on, just to help release. You can do these at your desk. You can do, when you're at traffic lights, you can do some of the stretches. But I find that when I start to get a lot of pain here, even if I just do one set of these stretches, it does make a big difference. So you can do this sat like I am. You can also do it sat in a chair, or you can have your legs out. Whatever position you want to sit in is fine. Okay? So I want you to take your right hand out to the side. So I'm going to turn quickly just to show you something. So in a minute, I'll be cueing, take the hand a little bit more back. So if you can take the hand backwards and then reach the hand away. Okay, so just the way I'll be sitting on my mat, I'll be able to grab the mat. But if you're on a chair, you can think of trying to reach behind the chair, anything that's going to pull that shoulder backward. So you're reaching the right hand away and then just send it backward a little bit. So what we're doing now is the reason we pull the hand back is to open up that shoulder. But be aware that the spine's not twisting. Okay, so now I want you to think of drawing the shoulder blades together and pull them down the back. Sitting nice and tall, take a breath in. And then as you exhale, just gently start to take the ear down towards that left shoulder. And you can see even my neck, there's not much movement there. It's quite stiff. So with this, we're just going to hold these stretches for a few breaths. And what you might find, because they're not very comfortable, is that shoulder might want to pull in. And all it is the brain just wanting to make it a little bit more comfortable for you. So just be aware of that. Now, for those of you that do want something a little more intense, if you take your left hand, and you don't even need to put any pressure, you kind of just use the weight of your hand, and then send that right hand backwards and away from you. So you might even feel this down the arm. So this is getting the scalenes, which are attached around the ear. They come down into the arm area, front of the shoulder area, rib cage. So each exhale, can you go a little deeper? Again, we're not forcing it. You don't want to break your neck. That won't be a good start to the year. I think of the Churchill dog with his funny head. So another key part of this movement is that we don't start to slouch. And I'm sure if you experiment with it, as soon as you slouch, you lose a load of that. And a lot of that's got to do with the fascia in the body. So inhale, bring the head up, release that hand, just have a shoulder roll. Let's do the other side. So reaching your left hand away, send it backwards slightly, pull that left shoulder blade down the back, and just make sure your right shoulder is also back. Inhale, and then just take your right ear to right shoulder. So the gaze is still going to be forward. You're still looking to the front of you. You're just literally tilting the head over. Pull the shoulder blades together, slide them down, and then just slowly walking that left hand away. So what we're trying to do is put distance between the ear and the shoulder. As always, you can take that right hand, just gently apply very, very gentle pressure. This is not about pulling. If you want to err on the side of caution, just don't use your hand, because these can be quite intense, especially if you tend to have that kind of posture where the shoulders are quite hunched or you have a lot of stress. So they don't feel very comfortable. But these are fantastic for releasing those muscles around the neck and the shoulders. And then release that hand, bring the head up. Just have a little shoulder roll. You might already feel it's like. So send your right hand out, send it backwards, and now we're going to do nose. So from here, start to take the head over the left shoulder as though you're looking behind you. And now your right hand, start to reach back with it, even further back than before. And you can even do it with the left hand as well. So squeeze the shoulder blades together, and the more you try and take your head over, especially if you are quite stiff here, that right shoulder is going to want to pull round. So the more you can really try and keep your shoulder blades together, pointing, and then your chest pointing forward, then take the head. So relax the shoulders. So I just caught my shoulder lifting like that. So each time, can you go a little deeper? The answer might be no, we don't want to force it. So we want discomfort, but we don't want pain. And then inhale back to the front, release it, have a little shoulder roll. So now we're going to do a no to the right. Focus on that left hand pulling back and away. The shoulder blades are going down the back. So when the shoulder blades go down the back, it pulls the shoulders downwards towards your hips. You can also send the right hand away as well. So like I said, these are great. You can do them at your office desk. So you can do them anywhere, but I don't think they'll look good at the checkout at Tesco's. And then release as you come back to the front. Oh, ho, ho. So now we're going to do one of the most important ones, which works a muscle called levator scapula. It attaches to the back of the skull. It goes down the back and attaches to the shoulder blade area. And that's the one that causes that. So if you ever get headaches or you get like the knots in your back, it's that muscle. So if we can stretch off this, then it will make such a difference for you. So I'm going to turn onto the side with this one. So I'm going to be working towards my left. So my right hand, I'm going to take it to the side and then pull it back. And I'm going to turn the head 45 degrees. Take your chin back as though you're trying to reverse a car into a garage, and then take the chin above the collarbone. I'm going to face the front again. So what you're trying not to do is just drop the head into that position. You're trying to keep the spine tall. So imagine your wall touches right up to there, and you're actually trying to send the back of your head up rather than forward. And then as you do that, you're pulling your right hand away, and you're trying to take those shoulder blades down the back. So the more the shoulder blade can go down and the more the top of the skull can go up, that's when that muscle is stretching, okay? So although we are working to the left, you're actually going to feel it down the right side of the neck, okay? So 45 degrees. You reverse the chin, and then you take the chin above the collarbones. So you can even try this. Like imagine you were going to do it against a wall. You'd want the back of your head to try and stay against the wall. And then just slightly tilt it forward. So again, if you start to slouch with this, you're going to lose a lot of the stretch. So keep lengthening the spine, keep lifting the rib cage. And then send the hand away from you and shoulder down the back. Again, if you want to take the hand just slightly to the back of the head, and for some people this is going to be intense enough. Again, this is fantastic for releasing these muscles that also cause a lot of bad posture around the neck. You know, sometimes you see people with the head jutting forward. The more you can stretch off, the more you can keep the neck upright. And then release your right hand. Slowly bring the head up, come back to the front. Oh. So when you notice which side is tighter, you can always do more on that side. So left hand, take it out to the side, pull it back. Turn the right, look 45 degrees to the left. Reverse the chin, then take the chin down. So your gaze is going to be more towards the knee or side of the leg. So for me, this side doesn't feel as stiff. So like if you've got like me now, this side doesn't feel too bad at all. So what I'm actually going to do is go back to the side that feels quite yuck. So if it doesn't feel that different to you, then stick to that right side. If you're like me, there's one side that's noticeably different, then just stay with that side. And we'll do another 10 breaths here so that you have an opportunity to switch back to your tighter side if need be. And each time you exhale, just finding a little bit more space if you can to either move the hand away, perhaps drop the shoulder blades down. So feel free to switch to your tighter side if you want to, if you haven't already. I have noticed I've got holes in the bottom of my socks. I have two little Jack Russells that like to play tug of war with my socks. Good, so we've got 2 more breaths. And then release your right hand round. Bring your head up 45 degrees, then back to the middle. Whew, good. And then just take your hands, just give it a nice little massage. Oh. That's a nice little bit of self-love and self-massage you can give yourself. So again, this is such an important stretch for our posture, and you know, if you're suffering with headaches or anything like that, just give yourself this little neck stretch and see if that helps you. So take care, and I'll see you in the next challenge. Bye guys.